Charlie Herman here from Leapfrog Fight TV, here with your headliner, Josh Tidman. First of all, mate, how you feeling?
Good, mate, good. Getting back into the swing of things now, obviously, after the few
Christmas
weeks
break.
off at Christmas, yeah. Loving it, enjoying it, mate, thank you.
Now, I'd usually start an interview by saying you're fighting X and X and X. What do you know about them? But you know a lot about your opponent.
Yeah, he's lost his humbleness, I know that.
Jay Malley, 22-0.
Yeah.
He's never been tested fully, really. What are your thoughts on that fight?
My thoughts is, he's in for a big shock. He's going around talking about a first round knockout and that. He's living in fairyland, mate. Do you know what I mean? I train out of a proper gym over here, not some kickboxing gym, proper certified amateur gym. Look up there. How many national champions has your gym got? None. Yeah? I train out of a good solid gym.
Now, this fight was supposed to be made in November. It got pulled out for a head injury. It's been remade, obviously, February 24th. Jay's coming back from concussion. He's been out since October 14th. You're going to be you're active compared to him.
Yeah. His fanny fell out last fight, not concussion. 4 weeks, that's crazy. I don't want to say much more on that. It's just this should have already been done. I should have already beat him, and he should have already carried on. He might be coming back to revenge his loss, but the fight should have been done on Mark Dwyer's promotions already. But we're here, CBL. Let's get it.
Now, let's go right back to the roots. How did you get involved in boxing?
So I was probably about 17 years old, just messing around, not getting up to much, going in the wrong direction in life, probably. And then, obviously my old man was a good boxer, decorated amateur, turned professional. He swung me in the unlicensed games. I had a few fights not training at all. One, I thought, bloody hell, what if I actually do a bit of training here? Where could I go? And we're here now, my life's changed for the better with all my family. I feel like I'm a more respectable person myself. My people skills have got a lot better. So, yeah, I owe my life to the game, to be fair, and that's only me doing 3 years. So.
Now you've got quite a unique trainer in the sense that your coach is also your dad.
Yeah.
How does it feel, number one, in preparation in training, but also during the fight and in the corner as well? What's it like? Do you ever just start arguing?
Nah, I would be silly to argue with the old man in the boxing scheme of things. What do I know compared to a man like that? Yeah, so utmost respect for my old man. We never have any arguments when it's to do with boxing because, like I say, he knows best. I just nod and smile. That's it, man. But yeah, love it.
You said you started boxing at 17.
Yes.
You're only 19 now.
Yes, 20, just turned not long ago.
Just turned 20, so you've only been fighting for 2, maybe 3 years.
Yes.
Jay's only been training for 2, maybe 3 years. You guys are both new to the sport. You're both young gunners.
Yeah.
You've both got years and years and years ahead of you. My question to you is, 5 years from now, what does Josh Tidman look like as a boxer? Las Vegas, massive house, big car.
I don't know, it's hard to say that, I just take it one fight at a time, one session at a time, just give my all in the present and hope the future has good things in store for me.
Now your dad, he was seasoned amateur and a pro, correct?
Yes.
Why don't you go down the amateur routes? You're obviously fighting on the white collar scene. I know the dream is to go pro.
Yes.
But why not go amateurs?
Well, my old man kind of said, like, look, you can go fight in the amateurs, be on a late start, fight for a plastic trophy at these smaller venues, not really in the atmosphere. And then we had a little go in the unlicensed. Most shows, not all, but most shows are very professionally run, and you get a bit of money for it, especially if you sell a few tickets, and it's just the feeling of being involved in a pro event already. Do you know what I mean? It's got that pro feel to it. But don't get me wrong, I will be having a season in the amateurs before I make the jump to the professional ranks.
And in terms of an ideal timescale, when would that be?
Maybe next year, hopefully, if all the thumbs up on my old man.
How do you feel that the Champions Boxing League has done with promotions? As you said, it's white collar is like an in-between between amateurs and pros. with the promotion, with the setup, with the production. How do you feel that CBL have done?
Oh, brilliant, Charlie.
Are you just being biased because I'm sat here?
No, you can yourself can tell you now. How many times do I tell you that you're smashing it, bro? Because you are doing fantastic things, mate. So, hats off to you. Hats off to CBL, and I wish you and Leapfrog all the best in the journey, because you guys are changing the unlicensed game for the better. You're getting a lot more eyes and recognition on it. So, got to thank you for that, my friend.
I really appreciate it, mate. Now, sort of evolving on that, do you feel that the extra promotion, the extra media work, the more eyes, does that add more pressure to you?
A little bit. Good pressure though, you know. How'd you make diamonds with pressure,
Exactly.
man? So there you go. It's good. All on, my Instagram followers has gone up by like 400 ever since fighting on Leapfrog. So it's like, let's keep going with it, man. I'm enjoying it.
Styles makes fights. You and Jay have quite different styles. He is very much a pressure fighter. Yourself, you're very, very good with angles. How do you feel that your style matches up with his?
I think I'm just going to outbox him. He fights lads that just go back up go up onto the ropes and just be a human punching bag for him. You know, the only time I've seen someone give him a good go was Granger 1. Yeah, that was an absolute wicked fight. Could have gone either way. Now I am going to make it go my way. Do you know what I mean? You go look at my earlier fights, that's all I was a pressure fighter on the front foot. Yeah, now I'm starting to learn, obviously being around, I go to the amateur sessions every week, I'm around amateurs, trying to interpret a bit of that into the unlicensed game. Do you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I can switch it up. You're going to see two things. I'm going to do this for one round and that for a next round. It's going to be...
Do you feel Jay might be a little bit too one-dimensional?
Yes, definitely one-dimensional. No head movement. Yeah, he's busy and he's fit and he trains like a motherfucker. So fair play for you for that, Jay. Yeah, you train hard. I know. Yeah, that you have most likely going to have a better gas tank than me going into the fight, but it don't matter when I'm 5-1 up. No, it's 4-1 up going into the last round. Do you know what I mean?
Now, you touched on it there. Jay trains probably the hardest. He's probably the hardest worker I know on the unlicensed scene, and you would most likely agree with that.
Yeah.
How do you feel that his stamina, how do you feel that his endurance might take a toll in round 5 and 6?
Well, look, he might be coming on forward, but then again, he's not fighting a punch bag this time. So let's see how good his fitness is when he's getting ripped to the body for 5 rounds.
Fair enough. And let's touch on a couple of your fights. For you, what's been the toughest fight so far?
Oystein Edwards, you know, I struggle to pronounce his name. Yeah, I want you to go and search this guy up. His brother's Reese Edwards. He's a pro right now, a good level pro as well. I might be wrong. I'm sure Oystein Edwards won a Welsh national title as a schoolboy. I fought him on my 6th fight. Brilliant fight. He sent me on jelly legs in the 5th. I carried on. Kirby, he ref that fight. He'll tell you about it.
Shout out Matt Kirby.
Shout out Matt Kirby, yeah, brilliant man. But yeah, that's it. He is definitely, in my eyes, probably
the best on the circuit. Are you looking to make that fight a rematch potentially in 2024?
100%. I know my old man's in talks with him to try and get it. I think he's got some problems with fighting out of Wales. You know, I don't mind going up to Wales, but I'm not sure if I want it on that same show because I've heard of a dodgy decision that might have happened on there. Not going too much into that, but yeah, I definitely want that fight.
CBL on tour, we're coming to Cardiff near you.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Let's talk about a couple of other fights on the card. There's 25 fights, give or take. You've got 8 fighters coming out of Bulkington. Give me 3 fights that you're most looking forward to.
Chris Tynham, Jonathan Alvarez, you know that's going to be an absolute...
That's going to be a barnstormer.
It's going to be a good fight. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people. Jonathan, I've got a lot of respect for him. I even shot him a message after his last fight with Levi. You know, knowing the calibre of fighter that Levi is, I thought, fucking hell, Levi's going to walk
Jonathan
through.
surprised absolutely
everyone. You know?
He probably surprised himself.
Yeah, defo, man. But look, Twee's just got to be smart, box, move on that round, which I know he will, man. Twee's taking this fight very serious. He's got a point to prove again, so he's going to do it. I see him training. He's going to smash it, man.
I've seen him training just now, and he looks ready. He looks like he can go tomorrow.
Man on a mission.
He really is. Another fight.
Sorry, mate. I'm fucking gone a bit brainstorm. Remind me of who we got.
So we've got co-headlining. We've got Perry Atkinson and Warren Virgo, two heavyweights. You've got the return of Mr. Minger. He's fighting Pilot Profit.
Yeah.
We've got James Harborn. He's fighting Haroon
Oh,
Khan,
that
a
Khan.
seasoned amateur. That's
Khan-
going to be tasty.
This Khan is too good for anyone at his weight. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that fight. Harborn will show him a little bit about it, and then I think he's got Jack Watson again in a few weeks, hasn't he?
Who, Haroon?
Yeah.
He's fighting Jack Watson a week later on down in Crawley.
2 weeks,
That'll
2
be a good
losses,
fight.
I reckon.
That'll be a very, very good fight.
Yeah, well, yeah, Jack Watson's a good lad. Shout out Jack Watson, man. But yeah, Amir. So that fight, I'll be looking forward to see Jim Boy do his thing. He's just coming back out. He's had a bit of a break. He's realised how much he loved boxing.
You get itchy knuckles, don't you?
Yeah, you do, man. You know yourself.
Yeah.
You know, Minga. See, Minga needs to come for retribution. He had a really bad leg injury last time out on your show. So yeah, retribution for him, maybe getting back into title contention.
I definitely think with a strong performance, he can definitely push himself back up that ladder.
Ooh,
and by the way that he's
special
training,
mention, Proctor v Collins, isn't it?
Proctor v Collins.
I've been looking forward.
You fought both Proctor and Collins.
Yes.
What do you think of that fight? What's your predictions on that?
My predictions is Proctor win on the given that Brendan is just turning up, because you get Brendan's a bit.
He's coming to win.
He's a bit like
He's
Granger.
coming to win.
He's a bit like Granger. You either get a fighter that's coming to win or a fighter that's coming for money. Yeah, and if he turns up to win, the kid can box. But I think he's too hungry. I've got him on Facebook, man. He's training hard, so.
He's been speaking to me non-stop, saying, "I want that Josh rematch. I want that Josh rematch. I want that Josh rematch."
It's there. Look, I'm a 60 kilo boy now. I don't really have any intentions of coming back up, but for you, Proctor, I'll come up 63 kilo, no problem.
Let's have a look at the newcomers. We've got Bobby Parker.
Big up Bobby.
He's really making a statement on the scene.
Yeah.
He's, I think, 4-1, is he?
No, he's 50-50. So
50-50.
4-2-2.
4-2-2.
The lads he's fighting, he had his first fight after 4 weeks of training.
It's mental.
That just shows the lad's 17, never put any bit of poison in his body ever. It shows what sort of level he's at. And the attitude he has, even when Bobby loses a fight, he comes out the ring and
he's always smiling.
And he's happy. He's happy to have a go. And that's the sort of attitude that will get you far in this game. You know, just happy to be in there, happy to learn, happy to get back on the horse. So, yeah.
Now, it's a question that a lot of people have been asking me. Jay Malley's undefeated. What happens? Rather, how do you think he'll react if he does lose his own? Because first time losing is quite an experience.
It's the worst one.
Right.
I remember my first shot. I was more upset than anything, but it's like Jay. When he loses, I hope he don't spit his dummy out and start crying about this and that. The sort of lad he is when I've spoke to him, when he ain't being an arsehole over social media, he seems decent, and he don't seem like the sort of lad that's just going to quit and give up. He'll keep going, man. This last fight on the unlicensed scene, he'll probably want another go, wouldn't he? So
I wouldn't be surprised. He's looking to go into the amateurs for a season and then eventually the pros.
Oh, so he's not going straight into the pros then?
No, he's going into the amateurs for a little bit. He's doing a season and then turning pro. Yourself, I know your ultimate goal is to go pro. Could we ever see a rematch in the pro game, headlining Madison Square Garden?
We'll have to see, man.
Or the O2 Arena.
We'll have to see. Maybe one day we'll have to see how we do. You know, I've got a lot of things to achieve myself before I go jump into the pros. So
10, 15 years from now, once all is said and done, and you sat down on your career, what do you want to be remembered for? What do you want people think? Josh Tidman, yeah,
just someone that, you know, never ducked anyone. I just had to go no matter who you was. Then that's that, and that's why this Alpha Connolly needs to get straightened out. Because if he thinks I'm ducking him, mate, you're fucking crazy. You know what I mean? I don't duck anyone. I couldn't care. Do you know what I mean? I'm in there to fight, and I believe I can give anyone a good go.
Anybody in particular you want to give a special shout out to that's helped you on the journey?
Chris Twynham always pushing me, my old man Neil Tidman, man, or everyone out of Balkington Gym, just everyone. There's too many.
It's a real community.
Yeah, it is, man. We're all a family, you know. You're in our group chat, so you know we're all horrible to each other.
There's about 20,000 messages a day.
Yeah,
it's like, oh my god.
We're all horrible to each other. to ourselves, but you know, really deep down, it's all love. It's all love and only love. So, but yeah, obviously the gym's quite busy right now. It's January.
It's very busy. There's about 200 people here.
Yeah.
Bringing an army, it's going to be a fantastic fight. The atmosphere is going to be fantastic. You've obviously got a lot of support.
Yeah.
Jay's going to be bringing a lot of support. The arena's going to be full. Your supporters are loud. Jay's supporters are loud. The atmosphere's going to be on point.
Yes.
I just can't wait for it, mate.
Going to be brilliant, man. It's going to be brilliant. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be nervous as a motherfucker, man.
You are?
Yeah. I would perform away from home. Do you know what I mean? These home shows get to me a little bit, but you know, I got to learn to handle that, and we will. I'm sure we will. We'll get the job done.
Any last message for Jay?
Keep talking your shit on about round one knockout. You're living in fairyland, bro. I can't even believe that's what you're going on saying. But it's cool, innit? Because you're going to look like an idiot, yeah? Big shout out to all my fans coming. And before we end the interview, can I ask you a question?
Go for it.
Can I have an insight to the Kev Wooders, Jack Bruiser? Why was Kev pulled out after all that talk?
Unfortunately, Kev had pulled out. It's a shame, because I was really looking forward to that
How it
fight.
was as well myself.
Jack Bruce Dillaway still on the card.
Yes.
We've matched him up against an ex-pro boxer who fought Idris Virgo.
Yes.
He's an ex-pro BKB fighter.
Yeah, brilliant.
So to be honest, I think it's a better fight.
It's
a better fight.
I like Jack. He's a good lad.
Yeah,
good
really
lad. Brilliant.
Charlie Herman from Leapfrog Fight TV. Get your tickets. It's going to be an absolute barnstormer.